Canadian company Neptec is the leading supplier and integrator of machine vision systems for space. Since 1995, Neptec has been a NASA prime contractor. This highly prestigious designation reflects the company's ability to meet the very highest in quality standards and reliability.
Neptec was actually formed to continue the support of a technology called the Space Vision System, which we call SVS. The idea of SVS was that if you could see two pieces that had these special targets, which are actually just dots on them, then you could figure out how to manipulate them to put them together. This is something that NASA needed to do because they needed to put together the space station. It was absolutely essential that we be able to run multi-threaded, multitasking, real-time operating system, and QNX just flat out was really the best choice.
After the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster in 2003, NASA once again turned to Neptec, this time for the Return to Flight program.
NASA decided that they would make it a requirement that from now on, every space shuttle that flies would be inspected before it was allowed to return to Earth to make sure that there was no similar kinds of damage as had been caused on the Columbia accident. The power of LCS was we're taking a real-time picture. We literally hand this model to the NASA mission managers within 24 hours of taking the picture. We also hand all of the data to their mechanical and aerodynamic modelers so they can run it through every kind of simulation they can think of to figure out whether or not this was going to be a problem. And in point of fact, it wasn't, and the space shuttle came home safely. We basically got an email from NASA saying, you know, you have to be part of the team every time the space shuttle flies. We are not prepared to do this unless we have the capacity to do this. Well, Neptec can't do this unless we use QNX.
Neptec first partnered with QNX software systems in 1991. What has made this such a long-standing and successful relationship?
So even though QNX is not the people training the astronauts and not the people getting on board the space shuttle or going to shuttle launches, they were every bit as committed as the people at Neptec to attaining the standards that we had to achieve in order to have been who we are for the last 15 years. I mean, we have the National Aviation and Space Administration telling us that we have to control the reliability of this part. We are a Crit 1 system, meaning mission success and crew life depends on our system working properly. They don't fool around with that. You have to be able to be reliable. We have to have partners who provide reliable products, and QNX did that. It is without question the space shuttle would not be flying today if it wasn't for contributions made by people at QNX.